All right, so we're going to talk about free response practice number 24. Says the table below shows function values for a rational function g of x. The equation of g of x is such that x plus 2 and x minus 1 are the only factors in the denominator. All right, so let me just grab this right here. Pay attention to that information. All right, so here we have A. Let's go ahead and have you guys answer A, B, C, and D. All right, let's take a look at A. Does either factor in the denominator also exist in the numerator? If so, which factor? Give a reason. All right, so the factor x plus 2 also exists in the numerator. That's going to be this guy right here. And how can we tell? We need to look to the left and to the right and see what value it is approaching. According to the table, values very close to x equals -2 approach the same y value, which is 1/3. This means that the graph has a hole in it at the point -2, 1/3. On B, does either factor of the denominator not exist in the numerator? If so, which factor? Give a reason. All right, so we need to look where the other function is undefined. So, and then look to see if that's another hole or not. So we need to look to the left and to the right. So the factor x minus 1 does not exist in the numerator. You can tell from the end behavior to the left and to the right of that it is approaching a very large negative and a very large positive. So according to the table, values very close to x equals 1 to the left approach negative infinity, and values very close to x equals 1 to the right approach positive infinity. This means that x equals 1 is a vertical asymptote. On C, based on the end behavior, where does g of x have a horizontal asymptote? Give a reason for your answer. So again, at this point, what we're doing is we're looking at the end behavior, the very ends of that table. And you can see for very low values of x, such as x is equal to -1,000, and for very large values of x, such as x is equal to 1,000, the y values approach the value of 1. Thus, the horizontal asymptote is 1. All right, so sketch a possible graph of the function, then state the domain and the range. So again, when you go to make a graph, I want you to find that vertical asymptote and make a few points to the left and to the right. And then also you should be able to identify the domain and the range aside from that. So again, the domain is everything except where the function is undefined. Okay, so that should be relatively simple. And then the range is everything except where the y value of the hole is, all right, which we've established in part A, as well as that horizontal asymptote. So we should be able to calculate the domain and the range first, and then we should also be able to confirm our sketch. All right, so this is what your graph should look like.